Am I a witch? Let's find out.
I need your energy. This world is killing me. Light it up. If you feeling me, light it up.
Hi guys, my name is Ebony and welcome back for another one. So my spiritual tag video sparked some good questions, and well, if you haven't checked that video out, please make sure to check it out. I'll leave it. It'll pop through somewhere up here. But I was asked some good questions on, how did I become a part of being in witchcraft? Do I consider myself a witch per se, or what do I mean by considering myself a witch? And there's some good questions, and I would love to break it down for you. So I feel like the only way I can do that is, starting from the past and work our way to where we go. So stick with us, sister. So I grew up in a Christian household, but I've always felt like, God was very diverse and great. And the reason I believe that is because I had childhood friends whose parents were two different religions. And growing up, really just only seeing Christian households and being around a lot of Christians, that's all I really saw. Also, not Wait Next Hill, but what's love got to do with it? The fact that she used to be Christian and changed over to Buddhism, used to spark my interest as well, because that's what helped her leave Ike, okay? So that kind of always sparked my interest as well. Like, I just felt like God gives people gifts for special reasons. That's just how great he is. Like, I always believed in like prophets and mediums, psychics. I feel like God gives you those gifts for those purposes, for those people, and who was I to judge that? Of course, I believe in astrology and the moon and the stars, horoscopes. I was always, into that kind of thing as well. I mean, I just feel like you should treat people how you want to be treated, kind of thing. I was watching The Breakfast Club the other day, and they had a guy on there from the Nation of Islam, and he was talking about that, like, the Bible says to treat people how you want to be treated, but we treat people how they treat us. So, that's a little jewel there. So, how did I become a witch? So, one day I was on YouTube looking up my horoscope, just chilling around looking at my horoscope, and I found tarot cards. And I'm like, what is this? So I'm listening, y'all, and these cards is talking to a sister. And I'm like, what is going on? So being the person I am, I grab my magnifying glass and I get to searching. Like, what does these cards mean? What is going on? Oh, and I'm going to do a video on tarot versus oracle cards, because that was kind of like a question that was asked as well. So stay tuned for that video. But so I went to go searching, like, what is this? What, what's going on, kind of thing. And I was hooked. I was like, oh my God, these cards are speaking to me.
Many months later.
So now that I'm hooked on tarot, I'm just living life. One day I'm cleaning out the garage and I find a stack of books and I find a jewel. And that was this book right here, The Millionaire Mind. So I just go searching, skimming through it or whatever, and I'm like, oh my God, this book was so down to earth. It was so relatable. Like, it had little lessons in there for you to do. But the main thing in this book that really caught my attention was, listen to this, your thoughts lead to your feelings lead to action, and your actions lead to that money, which it said results, but you get the point. It leads to that money. And I've never, at that point, I've never heard that concept. So I was like, that's really interesting. Like, it broke down stuff about your childhood, foundations that you set up. So now I got tarot, and now I have this book. So I'm like fully into, both of these things. still on YouTube. And when I'm reading, listening to the tarot readings, I'm hearing about money spells, spiritual baths, law of attraction. I'm like, what is this? So I got to bring out my magnifying glass again and go searching, like, what is this? So we have a little used bookstore that has like all kind of stuff in it. So I was like, let me go there and see what I can find. And of course, I found me another jewel. And it is my Teen Witch. I seen this and was like, okay, like I want to know the basics. Like, from what I know, that's, being a witch and witchcraft is not something you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to, want to participate in. But, through seeing these people on YouTube, I'm like, it can't be that evil. But they wasn't really explaining what it was about. So I went and did my own research. And when I found this book, I'm just in the store reading it. I'm like, wow, like, teens can do this. Like, I'm like, well, take me back. Take me. So, once I get home, the very first thing I want to know is what this is and is this evil? What's going on? So in the book, it had the basic theology of Wicca. And it says, witchcraft is a nature-based, life-affirming religion that follows a moral code and seeks to build harmony among people and empower the self and others. If you think about it, we can use that statement for almost any positive religion, couldn't we? Witches usually follow their own path and don't meander along a crowd just because someone says so. Witches practice individualism, freedom of thought, and have a close connection with the world around them, including plants, animals, and people. We commune with streams, sky, fire, trees, animals, and rocks, much like the indigenous ancestors of America. We see everything on our planet as a manifestation of the divine. Y'all, I was like, this ain't evil. After I read that, I continue to read on, and I'm just seeing that there's so many meanings in a lot of things, crystals, the angels, candle magic, moon magic. Like, okay, have you ever wondered why witches are obsessed with the moon? It's because the moon has energy. It has energy to bring us good energy, and it has energy to push bad energy away. That's why a lot of witches work at night or in, with the moon. Then, it's like, well, what about all these rituals and spells? Like, what is that about? So honestly, they are DIY projects, okay, that you put your intentions into to help you manifest what you want. And I'm gonna give you an example. So the headband that I wore in my other video, that was something that I made to help me with self-love. So, I put my intentions into it, like, what do I want to get out of when I wear this? I want to feel beautiful. I want to feel confident. And when I wear it, I remember what, I can get that energy from that because that's the energy that I put into it. So when I use it, I can get it. That's what spells and rituals are for. Not bad, right? So did that sound familiar to about anything? Yes, your thoughts equal your feelings lead to your actions, and your actions bring you results. That's why I wore the headband in the video, to feel more confident, to feel more beautiful, to bring out the intentions that I put. So after, really going through the book and understanding what this was about, it also reminded me of, like it said, how it is the original religion of like our indigenous Americans. It reminded me of Native Americans. It reminded me of Spanish culture. It reminded me of African culture. It reminded me of what we had before Christianity was forced upon people, okay? And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Lastly, what drew me in was, you know, witchcraft was something that you could practice alone as long as you had good intentions. You know, that is what this is all about, is about your intentions. So you could be a seeker. You could just be someone like, okay, I'm new to this, which is what I did in the beginning. I was just a seeker. I just wanted to see what was going on. You can be a mixing witch, which you could practice witchcraft, and you can, you know, study your own religion, Buddhism, Judaism, you know, Islam, whatever, you know, you want to, you can still practice witchcraft at the same time. They call them mixing witches. You can be a solitary witch and, you know, not practice with anyone, or they do have covens where you can practice with other people, but it's kind of just more streamlined, like how church, you know, how church is, or, you know, they have like specific rules that they want you to follow. So I know you want to know, which one are you? And like I said in my spiritual tag video, I do not go around saying that I'm a witch, because people who do not understand the real, it scares them, okay? So I personally say that I practice spirituality. I practice spirituality, but it doesn't matter which one that you say, okay? This is a free thinking craft. You can tell a million people or you can tell no one. It's up to you. This channel here is for the beginners who want to know and want to grow. That's all I'm here for, okay? So I appreciate y'all if you watch my video to the end. If you feeling me, put a magnifying glass in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hugs. Peace.